I can't even think of something that justifies this one. Like, what is all, like, eliminate the penny? Sure, fuck the penny. But why is that why is that a key issue? What's up, Zan fam? It's Zanardi. Welcome back to another video. I'm so excited you guys are here. We're talking about the Andrew Yang media blackout. The whole blackout has kind of risen the past few weeks because at the latest debate, in the November debate hosted by MSNBC, Andrew Yang once again got the least amount of speaking time, despite polling at higher numbers than probably about half the candidates on the stage. And they left him out of another graphic shortly after the debate, or leading up to the debate. It was one of those. After the November debate, that was kind of the last straw for Andrew Yang. He had given the media, specifically MSNBC, multiple chances. He had called them up before and then forgiven them. He had said, I understand honest mistakes happen. But after, I think this was the 12th time that MSNBC specifically had omitted him from a graphic, he was like, this is bullshit. No, I'm not doing this anymore. And so he actually didn't go on MSNBC. They invited him on, one of the hosts, to, talk for 5 minutes, of course, because they're not going to give him more than 5 minutes. And he declined and said no. And so this started this whole boycott MSNBC thing. So in this video, we are going to go over all of the times the media has blacklisted Andrew Yang in some form on a graphic. So on this list that we're going to look through together, there are, and we're going to go pretty quickly through it, there are certain omissions, such as they didn't mention him, or they didn't give him enough speaking time. But we're talking specifically in this video about graphics. Like when they put a graphic on the screen, then he should be there because he has higher numbers than the last person on the list or whatever. Like, that's what we're talking about, specifically graphics. I will have you know that he does have, on average, the least amount of speaking time for all of the candidates during the debates that they were featured on. Worse than Marianne Williamson, or less speaking time than Marianne Williamson during the debates that she was able to attend. Worse than, Kristen Gillibrand. People that have already dropped out already. He still has the least amount of speaking time. But first, before we get into that, remember that I always put the link to register to vote in the description of any political type video, or any video, relating to politics. There will always be a description or a link to register to vote. It's so easy. It takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So go and do that if you haven't already. And also, the link to Andrew Yang's books are also in the description. Check those out. So let's dive into this. So we're kicking this list off. So this list is actually from vocalmedia.com. It's from Scott Santines. He's a Twitter guy that covers Andrew Yang a lot. He has a lot of following from the Yang gang. So go ahead and follow him. I will link him as well below. So he has kind of compiled this list together, so all credits to him. This is just giving us a visual. We can go through it easily. So to start, the first one, boom, March 15th. Beto O'Rourke joined the race, and Yang was already running. So was Bernie. They had already announced they were running, and Yang and Bernie are not there. That's one. March 18th, 3 days later, Andrew Yang excluded from list of all announced Democrats once again on MSNBC. The next day, Andrew Yang once again excluded from all list of Democratic candidates. It's like, this is after the Joe Rogan podcast, I'm pretty sure. So like, how would they not know? Okay, Boomer. Remember, Boomer is a mindset, not an age. If any of my viewers are Boomers, I love you. As long as you can work an Excel spreadsheet. I'm just kidding. Jokes. April 17th, 2019, Andrew Yang once again excluded from all This is like deja vu. Like, you're probably wondering why you're even watching this, because it's the same exact thing. Just excluded again from all the graphs. Once again, excluded from a list. Okay, I kind of lost count in my head, but I'm gonna track it. On the screen, it's gonna say what it is. It's like 5th or 6th. And then on April 28th, the dumbest motherfuckers of the dum-dums are talking to him on air, and they show a graphic of people running for president, and he's not there. Like, that is... Once again, he is excluded from the list for all the Democrats running, despite polling higher than like Bill de Blasio and Steve Bullock and Michael Bennett and that weird guy. And who the fuck is Seth Moulton? Like, I know most of these guys because I'm pretty deep into the race, even way back then, but who is Seth Moulton? Someone comment below, first person comment below, I'll like DM you or something. Let's talk. Okay, June 9th. Yang, once again, it's the same shit, different day. It's almost funny. Like, it wouldn't be funny. Like, it's funny if like it wasn't so serious, right? If like, this wasn't a serious issue, but it is almost like, how could you not be doing this on purpose? Okay, so this is the big one. So on June 22nd, they were listing all the candidates that were going to be in the debates, and they listed a candidate that didn't even make the debate, and they left Yang out. So obviously there was like a spot for someone who's supposed to be there, and this is what started Scott's thread. I guess when it really started catching steam, this whole Yang media blackout. Share this video. We're still going through this, but like, I understand this might be a little bit of a long video, but it's important to see. It's important to see how many times this shit has happened, and then to really think about what that means. So, okay, this shit has happened, whatever, but think about what that means for like our democracy and our society. If this is happening for Yang, like, it's just the tip of the iceberg for what is actually out there and what the mainstream, what the, these corporate elitists that sit in their ivory towers, what they're actually doing pulling the strings for our democracy. Because it's not like this isn't the first time. I mean, we have evidence of it now, but think about way back since, whenever these corporations started, what they could have been doing behind the scenes. And the general public would have had no idea because we don't have like social media, we don't have like these woke people that are always digging into things. Like, it's crazy. So just really think, even if you don't agree with Andrew Yang or don't like Andrew Yang as a candidate, like, think about what this means for our society, our democracy, right? So stick with me because it's getting worse, okay? Comment your thoughts below. We're still going through this. All right, so this one's a little tough because he would have been right here in the last spot. And so yeah, like there's no one above him. There's no one like, he's not in the middle of anyone. There's no one below him that is like, okay, well, so why isn't he there? Like but it just looks weird. Like there's obviously a spot available. You could have put someone there. So why would you not put the next best guy or the next highest polling guy, which it would have been Yang. All right, in the June debate, Andrew Yang got 3 minutes of speaking time, despite polling higher than half of the other candidates on stage. Like, he was definitely polling higher than Swalwell and Williamson and Hickenlooper. These guys aren't even in the race anymore, and Yang got the least amount of speaking time. That just shows you the power of the Yang gang and the internet, and fighting this bullshit that MSNBC is giving to us. Once again, a very strange, omission of a candidate. Obviously, there's room for him right here. Again, he's not sandwiched in between. It's not like they're omitting someone sandwiched in between someone, so it's not as bad. But still, why? There's room. Why would you not just put the next guy there? Another graphic. There was a spot right here for him. Yeah, they're talking about Twitter mentions. I mean, I don't live on Twitter, but I know how powerful Yang is on Twitter, or how active that community, the Yang gang community, is on Twitter. And he definitely, like, I have never seen fucking Klobuchar like trend on Twitter, but I've seen, and I have receipts, I have screenshots seeing multiple times of Yang stuff trending, and not just the trending for you because it's like the shit I like, but like the actual like trending in the USA. Okay, this one, this one's laughable. So MSNBC's summary of the Yang campaign, I can't even think of something that justifies this one. Like, what is all, like, eliminate the penny, sure, fuck the penny, but why is that why is that a key issue to Americans, that the average American that's looking for someone to vote for that with important issues, why was that the thing you put in your graphic? Some of these are important issues, but they're not the big ones. Why would you not talk about his main core issues? That is so... All right, so once again, here's a poll. You need 2% to get in debates. Kirsten Gillibrand got 2%. Yang got 2%, but they don't put her, or him, of course. No Yang. Wonder why. So now that the Yang campaign is getting some momentum, you know, they can't just omit him from graphics where they say he's running for president. They actually have to start omitting him from graphics on this polling, because now his polling numbers are going up, and he's actually qualifying to make these graphics, if you will. And so they leave him out. Booker 2%, Gabbard 2%, Yang 2%. No, fuck it. Let's leave him out of there. Here's CNN. Once again, this looks weird. You could fit at least 4 more people just to make it look even, or eliminate Buttigieg, because they're both at 4%. So like, why would you make it look like, either just have it on one, you know, column, or do a whole new full column? Why do you have 2 at 4%, making it odd? Okay, now this is a big one. This is a big one. So CNN does this graphic, and here, so Yang got 3% in this poll that they're showing. So he should be right here. This is why it's big, because it's not like, oh, we just don't have enough room for him over here. It's like he should be in the middle, like right here. He got 3%, so he should be right there, and they just leave him out. It's like they proactively were like, skip. Okay, Beto O'Rourke, who has dropped out like a month ago. Okay, so this one is another scary one. Yang's not even on the presidential election candidates page on MSNBC or NBC News. Yang's not even like on, like, so you go to NBCnews.com or whatever and like look up, oh, who's running for president? And like, they don't even show, like this dude's been on your network before. He's been on your debate stage before. And you're telling me that all the interns forgot to put him on the page just accidentally? If you're an intern, you want to be promoted, you want to get that full-time job. You're going to be like, hey, shouldn't we put Yang on there? I mean, I literally just saw him in the hallway coming out of your studio. So this was an Iowa poll, and they excluded Bernie and Yang, who were in 3rd and 6th respectively in this poll. And they put in that Michael Bennett guy, they put in Williamson, they put in, I don't know who that is, but that guy, like, it's insane. Okay, now this one. I remember seeing this one on Twitter. So Yang raised $10 million in Q3. So he should have been, once again, they took out a sandwich and they took him out. He should have been right there, right behind Kamala, who just dropped out, and way ahead of Booker. But they don't put him in there. And all right, guys, who is giving Joe Biden money? Who is giving Joe Biden money? If anybody can tell me who's giving Joe Biden money, just comment it. Like, be like, my uncle named Todd. Like, I don't know. Tell me who's giving Joe Biden money, because I want to know. What is wrong with you if you're giving Joe Biden money? That dude can't speak. That dude doesn't know where he is, like 99% of the time. All right, so we're going to speed this thing up a little bit. You can pause the video, if you want to analyze the graphic, guys. I am going to show the graphics, but I'm not going to talk about them as much. So here's one, just about raising money. And then, so here is one about the polling. Once again, he should have been left on the poll. He was in 6th place. More, cash on hand. They omit Andrew Yang. Scary stuff. Another one. This is right before Beto was about to drop out. Obviously, Yang was doing much better. Yeah, let's put the guy that's about to drop out in the graphic and omit Andrew Yang. Another one. Another one. And this one, they put a guy in at 0%. 0! Like, what's the point of putting a guy in at 0%? Why, if you're putting someone in at 0%, you could have put Andrew Yang in when he was at 0.5%. All right, so this is 10 minutes before the most recent November debate that was hosted by MSNBC, and they left Yang out. They put in Michael Bloomberg, who wasn't even running at the time, and then they didn't even put Yang in, and Yang was literally about to take the stage. Like, literally going on TV for their network against all these other people, and they leave him out. And the big kicker is they did it twice. Right here. Once again, another Iowa-focused poll. Another one. And speaking time is, once again, the least amount of anyone. So as you can see, clearly it's unacceptable. It's fishy. Honestly, I like, it almost makes me just, even if I didn't know who Yang was, like if I saw that this was happening to an actual candidate who has actual fans and followers and who's actually raising money, I would go, wait, why don't they want him? Why are they trying to silence him? Why are they trying to silence him? And I would almost just subconsciously make that candidate my guy, you know? Because it's kind of what happened with Donald Trump, because the media was so against Donald Trump that it unleashed this backlash of people who were like, well, fuck you, media, I'm just gonna go with this guy because you don't like him. And like, you know, I kind of... So share this video, just expose, like this needs to be exposed because this is not okay. Every day, people are just living like zombies, just getting up in the morning, going to work, and there's these people like ruining our democracy that are pulling the strings on it, and it's not acceptable. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's upsetting, but make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, subscribe, and join the Zan fam. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the support. As always, the links are down below, and I hope you guys have a beautiful morning, evening, whatever it is. Good night.